Damn, sooner or later, I'm gonna have a goddamn print eye mixtape though.
Damn, so you doing another song for Print Eye?
I can't deny her though. They my bestie. She's my bestie. That's my bestie. Your para eyes had me paralyzed. Toxic nigga, but you made me to a better guy. Smoke, but with you on forever, ever high. Could watch you all day, girl, like you televised. They think like this nigga, they ain't never lied. I lived the beaches alone, I had to pick a side. Look in your eyes, girl, you were hypnotized. Of course, it was your breasts, hips, and them damn thighs. Close my eyes, I'm still mesmerized. Trying to get mad at my bestie, I tried. That's my bestie, my pretty.
I heard she's the one, she's got it going on. That's my pretty eyes, baby. Yeah, yeah. She don't take no mess. My bestie is the best. That's my pretty eyes, baby. Yeah, yeah. I heard she's the one, she's got it going on. That's my pretty eyes, baby.
Hey, everybody. It's Tuesday, which means it's State of the World with me and Jordan Live Bangers. So please subscribe to him. Okay. Anyways, what's up, Daniel? Hey, Jasper. How are you? Because I couldn't be doing this without him. So subscribe to him, please, please, please. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Hey, T.
Hey, bro.
Guess what?
I'm so ready. So, we discussed about the protests, all that great stuff, and
I'm sorry, T. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
Can I bring up one thing before we get into it? I'm so sorry that was rude. One of the greatest neo soul singers of all time died.
I was going to bring that up.
It's been a rough day, but I think it would be remiss if we don't talk about this State of the World. D'Angelo has passed. Michael Archer was his real name. And I mean, when I talk about one of the greatest neo soul singers of all time, Grammy-winning writer, producer,
Brown Sugar Babe.
Come on now, wrote that whole album at 18 years old, and it's a sad day for all us R&B fans and music fans. So rest in peace to D'Angelo, Mr. Michael Archer. Whew.
And fuck cancer.
Yeah.
So please. I know a lot of people, they don't trust doctors and whatever, but please make sure you get checked out. Oh, Kenzo's in the building.
Dirty Kenzo, Jasper Rocks, how y'all doing? Stu Vision, hope all is well.
What's up, Rice?
Rice, salute to you.
And he's a 90s baby, so you know.
All time neo soul. Hear me out. Neo. He's one of the greatest R&B singers too. But neo soul, brother. that genre. It's a tough day, T. It's a tough day, but we making it through.
Yeah.
How are you today?
We always have music. Just remember that.
There we go. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I went to the doctors. I lost some weight.
Hey.
I've been working so hard, like so freaking hard. And I told my doctor, I said, if I don't lose weight, I mean, I've been waiting 2 years. 2 years to lose weight, I've been trying everything. And I don't have an appetite. It's weird. I said, I may go the surgery route. I don't want to do that, but I may do that. I may do that.
Okay, G.
Yes, COVID screwed me up, Jasper. COVID screwed me up. But
T, what you got planned for 2026? Okay.
You use Ozempic? See, well, they don't cover it for me, so I either got to get the surgery or wait an eternity. Awesome. Congrats, Jasper.
Yes, salute to that.
'Cause
Yes.
that's one of the hardest things to do. Hey, Sonia.
Salute, Sonia. Hope all is well. See, health is truly wealth. Health is truly wealth.
It is. It is. So please, please, please get checked out. I know a lot of people don't, with all this administrative BS going on and stuff. Please get checked out. That's all I can say. Anyways, my partner in crime is Sonia.
Salute to you, Sonia. Hope you're doing
But
well.
yeah, when I'm on my trolling behavior, hey, Room Shaker. When I'm on my trolling behavior, Sonia is definitely one that I look forward to chatting with.
Okay. Hey, Room Shaker. Salute to you.
Yes.
Exercising your First Amendment right. That's what I'm talking about.
And really, all she's doing, and I got to give it out to Room Shaker because she's doing what regular media refuses to do. They only show one side of the story. And this is why I hate mainstream media. Because if you live in a right state, they are right-wing ended. Like everything's that way. If you're in a democratic state, everything is left-wing propaganda. It's never about truth and transparency anymore. That's usually what real journalists were. They went on both sides of the story and didn't put what their thoughts are out into anything we say here is just our opinion. And I'm going to show the thingy here in a minute. But it's just our opinion. By any means necessary, like we're only seeing what we see. I mean, we're only saying what we see. That's it. So anyways, I'm sorry that you got the COVID shot there, Jasper. Anywho,
T, it just feels like this country is really, really tribalist. We like sides.
I'm a fence rider.
Bad. You're a Democrat. You're bad. And it's just like we're all Americans at the end of the damn day.
Right. I'm basically, this is how I look. I agree with some of what the Democrats say. I agree with some of what the Republicans say. I just wish they would stop telling us how to live our lives. Because how we live our lives may not be how you want to live your life. But you only have your life to live, not us, not you, not me, not anybody. And if you want to be a dickhole all your life, then be a dickhole all your life. But if you actually want to speak and spread knowledge and all that stuff, do that. But quit trying to force your beliefs on others. That's what I'm gonna say there.
And you know what? America was tested in this when the whole, I'm not gonna say the word, but when the whole pandemic mandate.
Oh, well, you can say COVID now because the Democrats have they took a back seat to that stuff.
Yay. So. Okay. Well, when the pandemic was going on, right, and they had all these mandates, and people was literally losing their jobs because they didn't want to get a shot. People, technically Republicans, were pissed. They're like, no, this is America. If we want a shot, we're gonna. If we don't want one, we don't want one. Who are you to tell us? But then it's funny how when your team is on power, when your party is in power, then all of a sudden, if they say that our rights don't really matter,
a woman what she should do with her body.
Let
that sink in. Let that sink in.
This is the party that says no abortions, abortions.
Right.
Every Republican.
And who are you to tell what's right for another person? And as if that baby can't survive without the mother.
Yeah.
Why are we arguing? Why are we arguing? Now when you get late second trimester, third, okay, yes, I understand. No, it's a little too late. But 9 times out of 10, women get abortions because of the men. 9/10 out of the the whole situation. But anyways, all right, back to.
I was
But
just going to say
anywho,
one more. I was
yeah.
going to say one more thing on that. I love how they do say that. Oh, you can't. Oh, they're getting abortions in the third trimester. Who's doing that? There
The
is
only
not
ones that
a
are doing that is if
country that would do that.
yeah, the only way they're doing that is if it's a medical necessity for the mother.
There we go.
Or the baby is,
Right.
not
land my
going to
plane.
survive without being on a pump, being on this, being on that. That's why. But
Right. With that said, I'll land my plane, T. Go right ahead.
Please.
Everyone should have them. Yeah.
Well, see, Rice, I'm a mixture of that, of what you're saying. I get it. Like everyone should have options. You're right. You're darn right. And I believe in that. If the woman wants to keep it and the man doesn't want it, sign his rights away. Simple as that. I mean, I understand no woman wants to raise a child by themselves, but let me tell you, it's the most rewarding thing ever, with or without the father. That's just my personal thoughts on that. Okay. This was the other night at the Portland, whatever. What do you want to call them?
Protest?
There we go. Yeah, for protest. I just want to show like what they are doing over there, because we've seen somewhat of Chicago, and it's not much different, except for now Chicago is smart and they actually did it put us up? Did it put it up? No,
yep.
I get it. Okay, hold on. Let me full screen that.
There we go. That's better.
There we go. Okay. I knew it was going to make it small. It's okay. So, yeah, we're still here. Promise.
Hey.
Hey, this was the other day. I believe this was Saturday night. Night. This is what's going on in Portland. They don't really catch all the things that, the other side was doing, the protesters that were throwing things at ICE. Just, some tactics that they shouldn't have been doing. And so this is what happened the other day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Good job, guys. Thank you.
No, they don't.
Yeah. USA. 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 USA.
Oh shit.
Get those terrorists! USA! 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 USA!
Let me pause this for a sec. Now, the ones that are screaming USA are obviously not anti-ICE.
Right.
They are the other protesters that are basically MAGA supporters, okay?
Good old boys.
Cowboys, or whatever you want to call them. But anyways, they do a lot of tactics. They do agitate. They are agitators. I will say that. But so is the radical people on this side. They're agitators as well. So it's a cross between. And poor ICE, the federal government, has to deal with this. Where was this when Obama was in office? Where was this when Bill Clinton was in office? Where was this when, a lot of Republicans did it? So it's just weird to me that, and this is the question I have to pose to everybody. Is it only a problem because Trump is in office? Because, I'm just seeing a disconnect here. But anywho, okay.
So T, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
So
Go ahead.
are you speaking in terms of the outrage that's going on?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting.
Even when, I mean, the only person that's ever, probably talked about it is Trump when he's trying to discredit the other side.
Hmm.
That's the only time I've ever heard anybody going off about them deporting people. But now I think it's a person in office, and some of them will tell you, well, what about the Proud Boys? They're a cult, they're a terrorist group. And yes, I think radical rights, radical lefts, they both are bad. Period. If you're gonna come out on the streets and harass citizens that live in apartment buildings where they can't even walk down the street without being assaulted, the cops turn a blind eye, stuff like that, then there's a big problem. That's where I'm stemming from this. I don't like that they're going and getting people that are working. I don't like that part. But at the same time, like, if you're working, then why don't you work for a green card? Why aren't you working to become a citizen? I just have those kind of questions. But other than that, leave them the hell alone. If they're not doing anything. Yeah,
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, the right side and the left side both play games. They both play games. Absolutely. They both play games. And guess who falls for it as a political ploy? We do. Because either the right or the left, who cares? They go out and do this stuff, and who is suffering from it? The only people that are suffering from it is actual citizens that are living in the apartment complexes or the neighborhoods that they're taking over, stuff like that. Those are the ones that are paying for it, not the cops.
CT, on this particular issue, I will say I feel like a lot of people got duped, right? When Trump ran, it was, we're going to get the violent of the most violent. And to the bastard's credit, he did it. He did it. Nobody around the world wants to come over here, especially if they know that their status is a little dodgy. They don't want to come here now, right? And I think the problem is that once number one, they inflated the number of violent criminals. Okay, it wasn't in the thousands, it wasn't in the millions like he tried to make people think. No, literally, literally, it was a small number of these violent illegal immigrants. The majority and the rest of them, they're your carpenter at Home Depot. They're your, you know what I mean? Like, these are people who are just trying to work, live a little bit of life, maybe drink a Corona and lime, and they just want to live their life. So I think people are feeling duped, like, well, wait a minute. While we did vote for, the border to be shut down, for these violent illegal immigrants to be out the country, we're not expecting a 72-year-old abuela, you know what I'm saying, coming home from the empanada store and getting roped up, or the 42-year-old mother of 5 kids who was just trying to get legalization, went to court to go through those proceedings, and then ICE was standing right outside the court door to rope her up. People didn't vote for that,
Right. I mean, just like saying that they're all cartel members. Not everybody's a cartel member.
Come on now.
You
remember the debate? They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Come on.
Yeah. Like, no, they were fleeing their country for a reason.
People bought that line
because this was supposed to be a safe place for people that are having issues with their government to come over here, because this is, the home of the free and land of the brave and blah, 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 right? they caused this, and now I just think people are falling for the okie doke. Like, they're doing one side's dirty work, whatever side you're on. The radical left, radical right, left, right. We're all still employed. We're all, we're gonna put this out in the atmosphere and watch these dummies that have no brain cells run this do the thing. Do all the dirty work for us. And then once we're done, we're gonna go after them. Like dummies. They're dummies. That's the way I look at it.
See, we have a tyrant in office, and I really do believe that the American Constitution was not built with the idea of a tyrant being in the White House. I really don't. Because, I mean, Trump is testing and pushing all these bounds, right? We always heard from separation of church and state, and it's 3 branches of government: the judicial, the legislative, and the executive.
Now he wants to bring church in it. Now he wants
Trump is just going, no, we're the federal government. I'm the president, so I am the federal government. And what I say goes. The rule of law is federal law. Guess what, guys? That's communist China. That's communist Russia. Do we want that? Does the United States of America want to be communist Russia?
So we have that. I believe that. There's a reason why he switched. There's a reason why. Because they're not really enemies. They work for each other. They really do. And then we're the dummies that fall for it if we're not smart enough and pick it up.
They're the dummies who fall for it. Oh, Trump is not in the politics. He's not a politician. Yeah, okay. He's only been donating to them since the 70s. Like natural, citizens, us citizens, the lower hanging fruit. I was saying we're the dummies, but no, we're not. But average day people become the doers, the do boys and do girls. They really thought that he wasn't involved in politics in no way, shape, or form when they have no idea of New York politics. He's been involved in New York politics since the 70s. Since the 70s, he's donated to the Democratic Party in New York.
Right.
Hillary Clinton included, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Clinton included.
That's what
I'm sorry, go ahead.
People would wake up with that. Like, they work for each other. It's what they want. It's how they want America to be. We think we're putting people in office that have our best interests at heart.
Yeah. That's why
because they get this, they get the weak ones to go ahead and do their dirty work to keep us distracted on what they're doing.
2028 will be a hard reset. Hard reset. There's no clear candidates on the Democratic side, and forget about J.D. Vance. There's no clear candidates on the Republican side. It is a free-for-all, the same way it was in 2016. History repeating itself.
I could agree. I could totally see that. Because the way this whole Hamas-Israel thing is going down.
And Rice, here's an interesting thing as well on that point. Do you know she's buried at one of Trump's golf courses?
What?
Yeah.
Why?
To take advantage of the law, the tax law in the state of New Jersey, to where once somebody is buried on the land, it's pretty much it's technically a cemetery. It's protected land, essentially.
For why though? What's he got on that golf course?
Beats me.
How many other bodies? Sorry. Okay, that was sorry.
I don't know.
Does he have a bunker there? Is that where he flees when he heard Iran's got a hit out on him? There's a lot of things. A lot of questions I have, a lot of questions. Never did in a million years did I think Trump would ever be in office, and here he is twice. Here he is twice. Hey, Hood.
Hey, how's it going? See, Rice is talking about it now. Yep.
There you go. Okay, see, I can understand that, right? But
Let's
a
protect the
golf
land.
course? A golf
Mhm.
course.
Yep.
What else you got there? You know what I mean? Like your house is one thing. Your property, the land that you own is not one thing. But a golf course, like for real? What else are you hiding?
But T, let me ask you a question, right? Because to kind of go back to your video about the people who's dressing up in like the costumes, right?
You'll
Why do
see him in
you?
this video.
Yeah, why do you? Okay, then I'll wait. Then I'll wait to ask my question. Because I was gonna say, why do you think they're doing that? Like, what is the? I
I'll
get it.
tell you why they're doing it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they can. Okay, I'll tell you exactly why they're doing it because I've watched this so many dang times. They do it so when the media is around to make it look like everything's peaceful, like it's not really what Trump is saying it is on the ground, and it's the exact opposite. They dress up like that to pass propaganda. Oh, we're just peaceful because you have the mayor, the governor, all backing them up. Plus, the police department turns the other way. When you're if you're a right side protester, they look the other way just so the other antagonizers can, do whatever they wish to do. It's weird to me that a state is, the cops are ran by the government in that state. I don't think that's right but then again, here we are dumb thinking, that the police work for us, the taxpayers, not the government. No, they work for the government.
But I like how they do it though, T, because it's like, oh, there's violent protesters in Chicago and violent protesters in Portland, and these people are showing up in Teletubby outfits.
Yeah, to make it look like they're not.
It was like, because on his face it works. Because how dangerous are these people in the Teletubby costumes?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, oh, they can't be that bad. But I've watched several streamers down in Portland. I watched Room Shaker. I've seen it. Like I've seen where if they know that you're like an independent reporter and you're, you tend to lean on the right side. They followed this guy around with the blaring horn, just going nonstop. Like you couldn't hear nothing. All you heard was that thing. And the dude walked up to him and he says, "You stay back from me because basically you're committing assault if you're right here with that horn." And he went over to the cop to make sure he was in the clear. And the cop says, "No, I'll arrest you if you."
Yeah.
Which there shouldn't be mace at a protest if you're legit protesting for the right thing,
Yeah.
And that's what these protesters do: is they bring mace, they bring knives, they bring weapons. Some guy brandished freaking it was empty, but it was still a gun carrier, and people thought it was there was a gun in there. This is not good. And what's sad is I hate it because the ones that are being affected by this ICE bullshit, where are they?
They're running. They're scared.
Yeah.
They scared.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah. So
they scared. My only thing.
What's this stopping? What's this actually stopping though, Jordan?
CT, but my only thing is that when it comes to the protests, though, I feel like when people hear the word protest or protesters, they almost envision like peaceful weed smoking hippies, right? We're just here.
That's what I thought too.
Peace and love.
Tree huggers.
Right, peace and love. That's not how it is. It's not the 60s no more. And we're not going up against Vietnam, respectfully to those people who lost their lives and was damaged from the war in Vietnam. But respectfully, it's not that generation no more. People gonna have their phones. People gonna have jeans on. They may have hoods on. I just don't want to label all of them as violent. I'm not saying you're doing that, but I just feel like I'm not saying you're doing
I
that.
wouldn't. No, there are some legit protesters that actually are there for a cause.
But I feel
agree.
like
But
I feel like the dickheads
mixing and mingling. You know what I'm saying?
See, there's a dickhead in every group. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. There's a dickhead in every group that just want to ruin it and fuck it up for everybody else.
Yeah.
That's those few people who's throwing rocks and agitating cops. That's those people. The majority of them, they're really just exercising their First Amendment right to freedom of speech in this country, right? So
like not everybody in a costume is a terrorist. Let me be clear. They seen that people were out there dressed up in inflatables and they decided to join when they went to go protest. Okay, now naked bike ride, I have a difference of opinions with. I'm sorry, but when you bring kids to an environment like that, why are you bringing kids to an event like that? Why? Mothers were carrying their sons and daughters behind in wagons as they're doing this bike ride. Kids, and I understand, don't tell parents how to teach, but that's like a breeding ground for, hey, okay, my kid, my kid's right here, touch him, touch my kid type stuff. No. You were going in the car with me. Thanks, Rice. But you know what I mean? Like, no. Like, stop the madness, okay? It's one thing, like, if it's all adults, whatever. I would have been okay with it. But the minute I seen kids, I went, okay. What? I get you're trying to send a message. I understand what your message is, that the people that are getting arrested by ICE are vulnerable. Okay, so now you're out in the skivvies. Okay, cool. Whatever. But don't bring kids to it. Just like I don't like kids being at a protest. I don't like it. Why? Because there's an asshole in every group and something might happen. And God forbid it be one of our kids. And I just think it's a place for an adult. I just do. And you can't stop kids not seeing because you're out in the world, out in the world. And then after the bike ride, you guys are sitting there protesting in the bus. But nobody has an issue with that. Like, where's the lewdness act or whatever, Because I believe in saving the kids. That to me was wrong. I don't care.
See, I'm not a parent, right? So when it comes to these kind of things, right, I kind of fall back, right?
Okay, but if you were a dad, would you take your kid? That's what I'm getting at, okay?
No, I get it, right? Because I had a friend. We had a great spirited debate, childhood friend, and he showed me a video of there was a drag show. It was a drag show, and it took place outside of what looked like either a elementary school or a middle school. Okay, and while there was this show going on, there were kids that looked like that they were, playing around and, running around like kids do. But he pointed out the fact that because those kids were at that show, they're trying to push this on kids. But the problem that I saw, and again, he's a parent, I'm not, so I can only go so far with it, but next to those kids that was running around, I saw their guardians who were actively looking after them. So I said it. I was like, look, I agree. It wouldn't be my thing, right? It wouldn't be something that I'm taking my little girl and my little boy to, right? But if these parents is taking these kids and whatever school is letting them have this time. Do they have rights or no? That's my question. Not the kids, but the parents who's bringing the kids to this event. Do they have the right to do it? Regardless of how we feel. And I get it. It's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable conversation. It is. Again, I have no kids. And if I had them, yeah, we ain't going to that type of show. But do these people have the right, number one, to hold said show? And do the parents have the right to bring their children with them? If the answer is yes and yes, I throw my hands up. I can have my opinions, but trust me, you won't hear them, okay? I'll lock them up. But at the same time, if they have rights, if they're not breaking a law, I throw my hands up.
Now it's not working.
StreamYard, you on that bullshit again?
Yeah,
Are you?
No, it's my camera all of a sudden. Now it's not working. Like it's black. Look.
Yeah.
I'm not in the dark.
See,
I mean, I'm outside, but I'm not in the dark.
see, that's the only time I'm gonna say this. You blacker than me right now. Okay. I'm just gonna let you know.
I'm into the light now. Yeah. Into the light. I'm trying. I was just on camera. Okay, let me try one more time. Let's see if it does it. Okay, keep talking, Jordan.
Yeah, no problem. Just addressing y'all in the chat. What's going on with you? Stu just says, time for a natty daddy. Oh, shit. Okay. So I see you playing. What's up with you, man? Salute. Hope all is well. Hope everybody is doing well. Rice, I see you in the building. You still rocking out. Salute to you. Y'all going to call me. Right. You know, it's just crazy. And let me just say it one more time. Rest in peace to D'Angelo, man. Anybody who knows me know that D'Angelo's Brown Sugar came out in 1995 and Voodoo that came out in 2000. Even Black Messiah that came out in 2014. Those albums, those songs got me through a very rough time in my life. Very rough time. So, you know, I sometimes say, and they'd be like, D'Angelo, really? But do you hear the music? Do you hear the lyrics? Do you hear the grooves? The musicianship in some of those songs? Yeah, when people think of D'Angelo, they think of the video to Untitled. Okay, you know what I'm saying? How does it feel? Now you don't see me.
This is so weird.
That's that bullshit.
Okay, StreamYard, I don't like you. I don't like you at all.
Stu says rest in peace to 11. Yeah, man. It's tough. I know when people think of D'Angelo, they think of the video where he was damn near naked. I'm talking about the music.
I don't look at him that way, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, back in 2000, I mean, not, you know, that video was fucking everywhere. But I'm just saying in general, I'm talking about the music. I'm talking about the grooves.
Right.
The lyrics. He could play piano, guitar, bass, you know.
He was a well-rounded singer. He really was. Like
absolutely. And it's just, and I feel so bad for Michael Archer Jr., the son of D'Angelo, and Angie Stone. May she rest in peace as well. He lost his mother and he lost his father 7 months later. In a 7-month time period, that young man lost both his parents. And that just, boy, if anybody in this world, you know, of course, there's a lot of people in the world that need some prayer, but if there's anybody in this world that needs some prayer tonight, it is Michael Archer Jr., and I'm going to send one up to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, well, I tell you.
Cancer is killing a lot of good people from this earth.
Young, T. Young. Yeah. 51.
I know. He's only 4 years older than me.
Young, too young to pass on something like this. ladies and gentlemen, I don't care who, like, I don't care your race, I don't care your creed. Please go to the doctor at the very least one time a year. Get a physical, get blood work drawn. Have them check your vitals one time a year. And if you're over 40, it's recommended that you do go for cancer screenings. Go for it. I get it. I hate the doctors myself. As a 34-year-old man, I go to the doctor 2 times a year. I see my primary care twice a year. Have my blood drawn, have my blood drawn, my vitals checked, all that. Why? Because I don't want to have these uncomfortable conversations 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road. Sorry, y'all.
Hey, Pink Boberto.
Pink Boberto.
I get it. Hey, DJ.
I like your name.
I mean, shoot. I wish
Shout out, DJ.
I guess I got a white hue. I mean, shoot. I'm already white.
Yeah, we hear you.
I don't need a white hue on top of it. I guess.
You look like you're about to do an interrogation, but but we can work with it. We can work with it.
Now, what have you been doing? Where you been? How you been?
You know what I mean? You're gonna have a little flashlight in a little second. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get back to.
Vibrant Low, salute to you. Hope all is well. Thank you for tuning in. State of the World with Pretty Eyes T and Jordan Live. Hope all is well, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Oh, stop.
Nope,
Stop for a minute.
Oh, a little bit.
No, I was talking to the video. He was playing without me asking.
Oh, you were playing the video.
Okay.
Go right ahead. Mm-hmm.
Woo! Woo! Hey, give me your shoulder! Let's go 5 to point, man! Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
Holy fuck.
Hi, Vibrant. Actually, we can play this without it and just talk over it.
Yeah. That just tells
because
you
you're really not hearing it.
It just goes to show you the state, right? I mean, you have literally 10 to 12 officers around one person.
Workers coming out. They were getting stuff thrown at them. People were kicking. All that great stuff.
But T, who's more dangerous? A person throwing rocks?
Right. But they're trying to get the people back.
See, it's not even so much the people, the officers, I guess, quote
what
unquote,
they do.
doing their job.
Okay, I don't know if it's going to show it in this video.
It's the people behind them and around them who say, yeah, go get them. It's them who's like, shut up.
And they come in full riot gear, okay? When they're up to no good, when they got the whole masks on, all that great stuff, right?
Yeah, full regalia, yeah.
Yeah, full rebellion. Yeah, they're in full rebellion mode. I understand. I get it. I get it. We all get it, right? But at the same time, unfortunately, you either get put in prison for not following the orders of the feds, the cops, whatever, right? Or, you could rebel like this and get manhandled. I much rather prefer, if I'm going to be protesting, I don't want to see, there it goes. It says it's having trouble with
back up.
YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but the thing. Anyways, please last until I get inside, jerk. Oh. But what they do is they're not really surrounded by one person. They're trying to keep the rest of the protesters away while they're making an arrest, because they're getting people are trying to grab the person that's on the ground. trying to grab them away from the feds, stuff like that. So that's why they surround like that. They also use lasers to point out the individual that has done whatever, from the ones on the roof. I don't know if she'll show it, but this is just crazy. It's like this looks like a war zone. It looks like a war zone, but it's the feds. Not, you don't see. Now, if people were showing up with pepper bullets and tear gas and all that stuff, then I could say it was a war zone because both sides are doing it. But this is only the feds that is doing this shit. But it's also a deterrent to keep the crowd away. But obviously it doesn't work. It's not working. And rather than going after citizens, are you supposed to be going after the hardened criminals like you've been saying? Like, I feel like they practice, they're doing too much at this stupid facility rather than doing a job that they're supposed to be doing. That's my opinion. And it's every Saturday and Sunday, like it gets like this, where there's a lot of officers and a lot of protesters on both sides.
I respect that opinion.
Am I breaking up a bit? Is that what you said?
No, I said I respect that opinion.
Oh, okay.
I respect it. When people exercise rights, sometimes it's not the way we like it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I get it. There's good and bad in everybody. No matter what race, religion, anything, any country, anything you can think of, gender, whatever. There's good and bad in everybody. Some are there to be right on the right side. Some are to be, come as radicals. But it looks like a freaking war zone. And it's because of the feds. It's not, the protesters. Yes, they're trying to keep the crowd away. But still, like, does it really warrant to this effect? I don't know. I think it's a little excessive at times. So I don't know. I go back and forth on this every week, because I see something different. I see something. Oh, there.
Are you there?
What is it called? Whatever. Counter attacks. There we go. Like, I think it brings more out in people. Like, if they're on the radical side, it brings them to be more radical than a peaceful person to just get their message across, whatever. And I feel like the federal agents that are, ICE or whatnot, do I think like they should get this kind of treatment? No, because they're taking orders from somebody high above, not citizens. It's somebody that signed the executive order that decided, hey, let's do this. And do I think like once the troops, if they get to be deployed, do I think that it's going to solve anything? I think it will solve it for a minute, but when they leave, there's going to be more more resistance. I think they'll be back to their old shenanigans, because when you're sick and tired, all you want to do is fight. When you're sick and tired and hell, back against the wall, you're going to sink or swim. Most people want to swim. They don't want to sink. And how do they think that's going to help? Is by fighting the people that they feel oppressed by. So I understand that side of it too. I get it. But violence isn't the answer. This is not the answer. At the same time, we really need to look into certain programs and see if we are really funding these people that are immigrants coming over. Are we really doing that, or is it just because Trump says so?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Congress and the Senate need to do their damn job and look into certain shit.
But you know what, T? You know
Not
what?
just take an order.
But T, you know what Barack Obama's nickname was, right? It was the Porter in Chief. That was his nickname.
Yeah.
How come they never give Obama credit for his immigration stance? He deported more illegal immigrants than any other president in U.S. history. They never give him credit. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because a black man did it? I hate to go there.
Oh shit!
I hate to go there, but I'm going to go there. Is it because a black man did it? Barack Obama is the greatest president in terms of immigration. In terms of immigration, no one president deported more immigrants than Barack Obama. How come he never gets credit for that? I'll land my plane.
You know, he gets discredited for it. Saying, oh, he fudged the numbers. Oh, he did this. All I hear from Trump is he's always discrediting somebody that's on the opposite side of him.
I've never met
how does it make, MAGA supporters think? They think they could do the same. It's not okay.
I never met a more petty.
We're never going to get better if we can't talk.
I will never. He's such a petty individual, right? Every time he opens his mouth, Obama administration, something about Biden. I can't stand politics because the people follow politics. They will listen to a lying ass network like Fox News, who, by the way, was sued for over almost $1 billion because they got the January 6th thing completely wrong. Got sued for almost $1 billion, had to pay up almost $1 billion. And people look at that like it's the gospel. It's the same the other way, too. There's some people that just watch CNN all day and night and think that's what's really going on in the world. It goes both ways, too. But when you know somebody's a liar and you still listen to the liar, well, what does that say about you?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Just saying.
Means you'll fall for anything.
Just saying, T. I'm just saying. Especially when you
that's why I said I want to see proof. Like, show me proof. Show me proof. Show me somewhere that all this money, the whatever something $1 billion is going to immigrants. Show me it.
And T, this is like what, our third State of the World show? I'm going to say it again. Where are the Epstein files?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Until I see those files.
Yep, where are they?
Where are they? Every conversation.
And I don't think it's just Trump that's holding them back either.
No. Oh, absolutely not. But who got the most to lose, T? Who got the most to lose? Out of everybody who could possibly be on that list.
Right now, Trump, yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Because he's in office. Just like he discredited Obama, saying he wasn't a good president because the government would have never been shut down. It falls on him. Well, now it's because of the Democrats. Can you take accountability for anything you say? Anything. Nobody's going to hold him to what he says. Anybody. That's not mainstream media. We just glance right over it. Let's just glance right over it.
Mm-hmm.
When we deserve answers. I feel like as tax-paying citizens, as the ones that freaking pay their dang bills, we're owed answers.
T, Donald Trump got 5 children by 3 different women. Barack Obama got 2 children by 1 woman and only has 1 wife. Could you imagine? Can you imagine Barack
Oh,
Obama
you already know.
with 5 children from 3 different women?
And his bride was a mail order bride or an escort.
Would he even have been senator? Fuck president for 8 years. Forget about that. Forget about
Because
him
that's
even.
not the image that.
Forget about him even running for president.
Mhm.
Would he even be a? Would he have been a senator if that was his circumstance?
Nope, I don't think so.
Another example, T, of why black people sometimes say that we have to be twice as good to get half ahead. That's exactly why.
I understand. Like I understand that totally. I get that. I mean,
Come
look at all he did with Obama, saying, "Oh, he's not from here." Da 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 da. When he was born in Hawaii, that's a United States state.
See, that's one of my talking points that stumps Republicans every single time when I bring that up, and I walk them through that. Picture the way you feel about Obama now. Imagine if he had 5 children by 3 Obama's baby mamas. Oh shit! See, I can see the bumper stickers. I can see the hats saying Obama's baby mamas.
Or like Charlie Kirk would say, they're over sexualized and all this blah. Yeah, that stuff. You already know.
CT, if I had control of this show, that's when I would have put my disclaimer up right there.
You're here to remind me because it is half your show.
I'll put my disclaimer up right there.
Okay, we're putting this up.
I'm sorry.
And plus, I did use under fair use Right Side Rebels video. Please subscribe to her channel if you like this kind of stuff. She's out there every day covering it. Just like Room Shaker, please subscribe to Room Shaker if you want things that are going on in Chicago. Room Shaker's the one to go to. But anyways, the views and opinions are that of mine. They're not of Jordan's. They're mine. My own. Hey, hi, how are you? And Jordan's are his. Like, we both have different minds. We may not agree on everything, but at the same time, that's the beauty of it. We're different for a reason. So.
And you say that man's name, it's like saying Candyman. You hear me? Oh shit! You hear me? You say that man's name, he coming out in flocks. You said what? You said what about who?
What about our ruler in chief? Okay, yes, he is our president. Okay, yes.
No, I was talking about the other man. The other man you said.
Or even Obama.
Yeah.
Or even Epstein. Anybody we talk about, period. They're going to come in flocks. It's just what it is. We'll either get the right side on our ass, the left side on our ass, the middle on our ass. You know how it goes. I mean, because nobody likes a fencer, I guess. That's what my kid told me.
It's true. That's true. It wasn't lying.
I'm sorry if I don't agree with either side fully. Why do I got to pick a side? Why can't I just be me?
T, for the longest out, it's like the older I get, the more that I'm assimilating to the American way of life. Because let's be honest, we could talk about Democrat, we could talk about Republican all night long. But the bottom line is that the only side that really counts is the capitalist. Oh shit! Oh shit! It's the capitalist. We are in a capitalistic society. If you are not about your money in American society today, you are out of the game. You're out of the game. And I say that with all due respect because I completely understand that there may be some circumstances that people cannot help. I understand that completely. I'm just talking about the mood and the mentality of this country. If you are not making money in some way, shape, form, or fashion,
then it don't make sense to them.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And I say this respectfully with all due respect. I'm not even talking about welfare at this point because they even look down on that, even though these corporations get welfare every year, but that's a different story. The point that I'm making is that in this country, it's all about green. It is. That's first. Everything else is secondary to that. The money is first. I hate it. I hate that it's that way. But I've realized in my 34 years of life, T, that that's the way this country is set up. And I got to play the game.
Like I told you, okay, yeah, they may be our president. Or I don't care. You know, I didn't vote for them, but still, yes, they are our president. They have that respect. Okay, woo, you won an election. Cool. Okay, second.
Yeah.
Secondly is you may have won an election. Okay, we give you that respect. But at the same time, until there's a poor person, and I'm not talking about on welfare, okay, minus that, okay, because everybody looks down on it. What I'm saying is the working class poor, the ones that have to live paycheck to paycheck. Until I see one of them in office, which will never happen, I can't respect it. I can't. Because how are you to tell me how I should live my life if you're not a working class poor? Mm-hmm. You don't know about the struggle. You know, you sit there and say, oh, well, I can preach all this stuff, how I want you to live your life. Well, you don't have to live it. We do.
Nah, T, but he a businessman. He a billionaire. He rich. Oh shit! If he rich, he can make us rich.
Mm-hmm. He can make his rich buddies rich. That's who he can make rich, not us. And if we're not a business owner, how are we supposed to? Hello? He only cares about the business people because they're the ones that are putting into the economy. Screw the tax-paying citizens, you know, all that great stuff.
Look at the farmers right now. There's a lot of tears coming from farmers right now. Mm-hmm. Kamala Harris, you can say what you want. I have my own opinions about the woman. I'm not going to say them here, but the point I'm trying to make is she said it. She said it. She said it. She didn't say it like I'm about to say it, but she pretty much said, you're going to get fucked, farmers, if you vote for this man. What did you do? You voted for the man, and look at you now. On bended knee. Asking for subsidies. No, excuse me, I'm sorry. Asking for welfare. Because don't let the tomato word games play with you. A subsidy is no different than a welfare. No different. It's just word semantics that they try to use. They try to make it seem like, oh no, it's a subsidy. It's not a welfare. It's corporate welfare. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm going off on a tangent here. Y'all,
I wish my camera would work. This is irritating.
The state of the world, to answer the question, is confused. And when we say state of the world, I mean, I'm really talking about state of the U.S. It's confused. Mm-hmm. It's confused. We're fighting each other and we're going back and forth with each other instead of seeing what is really going on. There was a Supreme Court ruling. See, the Supreme Court of California agreed with the lower courts in California that ICE agents can't just pull you out of a car just because they believe or they think that you are an illegal immigrant. California said, no, if you have proof, sure. But you can't just stop a car because we saw, brown-skinned person driving, brown-skinned people in the car. They may be immigrants. They may be illegal. We don't know. We'll only find out once we pull them over. California said, no, we can't do that. The Supreme Court just ruled that they overturned that ruling and said, no, ICE can stop cars. They can illegally search people just based off the color of your skin, because in their eyes, they believe you may be an illegal immigrant. Well, shit. That's a very broad scope, is it not? Somebody can realistically see me and be like, he could be Dominicano. Oh shit. I don't know. But I'll find out once I pull his ass over.
Right.
I can do that.
Why? Because they have the go ahead.
So the point that I'm trying to make, T, is that they have us going back and forth. When let me be careful. When Mr. Kirk was murdered, respectfully, rest in peace to him.
Mm-hmm.
How he was done, I wouldn't wish that on nobody.
Me neither.
When he passed,
well,
it just seems like, T, that was almost a opportunistic moment for this administration to focus on that. Put the focus on that. Never mind about the Epstein list y'all been begging for the last 8 months. Never mind the fact that there's behind the what do they say, in the smoky rooms and the back doors, there's backdoor meetings with these countries over in the Middle East. Never mind that. Focus on this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And people are just falling into it. And that's why it's so important for us to have these conversations in shows like this, to actually be like, no, hey, this is what's going on. ICE is getting into it with people who are in Teletubby outfits.
Right. Right.
That's what's happening in 2025.
Yes.
State of the world is confused.
A lot of people are confused. They are.
They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's happening from day to day, week to week. It's always something. It's always something.
Because if it isn't this cause, they're going to be fighting about something else. I just think people have had it. They're they're gray knuckling it. They're beating the wall. They're fed up. I don't know what, where, why, or how they're affected, but obviously they're affected somehow. Something they're not liking. But rather than taking it out on the people that we should be taking it out on, we take it out on each other. We go back and forth with this race stuff. When I've said this all the time. But they make us do this, Jordan. It's not. You turn us inside out, we all look the same, okay? Other than I have female organs and you may have male organs, okay?
No, so there's no May, T.
Well, but you know what I mean. But
there's no May.
I'm not meaning you. I'm talking about you. As in, you have. But whoever the audience may or may not have, like we're all the same. Like they do this shit purposely. They show certain violence when there's violence in every community, white, black, Mexican, Oriental, anything, Asian, all sorts of things. There's good and bad in all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
It really irritates me that we rather fight each other, and that's kind of what I wanted to go with this. Is we're too busy fighting each other rather than fighting the real problem. Yes, maybe the younger generation wants another civil war, okay? I've heard it many times. Because they're fed up. They want people to be accepted for who they are. Whether you agree or not, it's their life to live. Not yours, not mine, not anybody's, but theirs. Just like my life is not anybody else's to live, but mine. Yes, I could say, I don't agree with that. But at the same time, respect them because they are different. Like, find a common ground between each other. Like, if you sat down with somebody that you may think, I have nothing in common with this person. Guaranteed you will. 9 times out of 10.
That's a good point.
That's why I'm talking out right now, right? Exactly. We need to say something. I'm tired of watching people go at each other rather than, I mean, it's not stopping. You have to go to your Congress people. You have to go to your Senate. Even though I don't feel like anybody in the Senate, the Congress, the stupid presidency, the administration, anybody is really for us. They're only for themselves. I've always said that. But there's nothing. What else can we do? We got to at least try that way. Rather than fighting each other, why not band together? Because there's more of us than them. That goes for all countries. There's more of us than them, the ones in charge. When we're the ones that we're supposed to be in charge. So if your congressperson doesn't listen to you or whatever, you feel like they're not the best for you, you need to find a candidate that is. But guaranteed, if they're in politics for a long time, but
Yeah. I like that.
I just shut up, Kitty. Hey, calm down. Sorry. My kitty's lost it. He's going back and forth like he's possessed. But
he's like, pay attention to me.
Needy mother sucker. Anyways, but I feel like we get so much thrown at us, like, oh, there's white versus black, there's this versus that, there's female versus male, there's transgender versus cis, there's this, there's that, there's gay versus straight. All this stuff they throw at us. And they want to tell you one side is bad, oh, bad, 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 or that other side is bad, bad, bad. And you're like sitting there going, what do I do? You got to say something.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Vote them out. Let's vote the suckers out. But until they get somebody that's a working class poor that actually knows what it's like to struggle in the Congress, the Senate, any of that, then we can talk. We definitely could talk. But I really don't think they're for us. And I think people that are out there doing this are fighting their battle for them rather than they're making it so we do stay fighting each other. And it shouldn't be about us against each other. We should come together. I've been preaching it for the longest time. It'll never happen, I know, but I would like to see it because at the end of the day, I mean, who we're gonna have? Because we're not gonna have them. They're not on our side.
Stu Vision says facts, vote them out. And Rice says we don't vote anyway. It's a show. These people are anointed. Wow, appointed. Yeah. Wow.
See, I still vote.
Yeah.
Do I think my vote counts? No, because I'm not in a primary state. If I was in a primary state, then maybe my vote may count, but my vote don't count.
Yeah, see, I'm in one of the most confused states in the country in terms of politics. A Democratic governor, Republican state legislature, either votes Democrat some years, votes Republican some years.
That's ours too.
They call it a purple state. Nah, I just call it a confused state. We don't know what the fuck we want.
Or maybe they want a candidate that they feel like one side is better for them that year or the other side, you know.
But see, they always lock each other out, though. That's the sad thing about it. They always lock each other out. One side is always trying to do the other side and trying to make sure that they don't do or pass whatever they're trying to do. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
Of the two evils, yeah, but they both work for each other. Until you show me otherwise, I believe. I've been that way for the longest. Just like this whole war stuff. They get us wrapped up in their bullshit, overseas. I really think we should stay out of their business. We may not like what one side is doing or the other side's doing, or we may see it this way or da-da-da, but we're only seeing what their media shows us. That's it. We're not seeing both sides, because you don't see too many people that live in Israel or Palestine going out there doing, like we do at protests, stream to show one side or the other. All we get is what the media puts out there, what they want us to see, what they want us to believe. And if you're in like a right ran state, they're going to show you right politics, not the Democratic side. They're not going to do that. They cater to those that are in the demographic of where you live, period. So we'll never get the truth that way. I don't think we'll get the truth on a lot of things. I think they like to, scrape things under the rug. Oh, let's start something else. Let's put this on. Okay. This is another thing I want to get at. Okay, so this whole ICE thing, blah, 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 right? We're going to go after the hardened criminals, blah, 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 because of the Ukraine lady that was tragically stabbed. Mm-hmm. And now supposedly the guy is an immigrant himself.
I didn't hear that. I did hear that he was quote unquote black.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that's what they're trying to push.
Yeah.
Because they want us to believe one way or another. Oh, we don't want them to believe that it was an American that did that to an immigrant. But wait a minute, you're got ice out here. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying, because they did try to do that, right? Look at some of the coverage of that story. A lot of people were saying he's an animal. He's doing this. These blacks are violent. And they tried to push the whole black, violent, white victim. Mm-hmm. And people had to correct people and be like, wait a minute. It was a mental, yeah. Number one, this was a Ukrainian immigrant.
Right, right. Because Trump, he likes people from the Ukraine, and
it's the same people that when Zelensky was over here and Trump was wagging his stank finger in his face along with JD Vance
and kicked him out of the White House.
They cheered him on with that. They were like, "Yeah, that's power, that's strength, that's how you show them." And then one of his people end up tragically murdered like that. And you use that excuse to go, oh, these blacks, look at these blacks. They're violent. We knew it. It's just, oh, my God.
No, I think the poor dude was having a mental episode. He called the cops on himself one time. Clearly, he was going through something. I don't know what it was. But do I think like that's really what his heart wanted to do, is kill the white girl? No, I don't. I think he was just at a mental break. I believe in insanity at times, I don't think he's bad or good or anything, I just think he needed help. Maybe that was the only way he could get help, because him calling the cops on himself, they didn't want to help him that way. And I think he just chose a girl at random. She was there, right in front. That's it. I don't think he, oh, yeah, it was this and that because she was a white girl and da-da-da-da-da. How do we not know what she said to him? Because we only see, we don't hear nothing. We don't hear no talking, no nothing, right? She walked to the thing. How do you know that she didn't stop and say some derogatory thing or something to piss him off? Like, there's something in the story that I don't care. They're only putting one side to it. I don't like it. And it's to make us go back and forth, because if they see us getting along, they're going to have an issue, because us getting along is not good for them at all.
See, that's what these people do. They really think that this man woke up that morning and said, you know what? I'm going to kill me an innocent white girl.
Right.
YouTube purposes, educational purposes, YouTube. I'm just bringing an extreme example.
But you can
saying that.
We're good.
Well, I'm just, yeah, right.
We're talking about a story. It's not,
Right, there we go. But I'm just saying in general, like, people really think that man woke up that morning and thought that and carried out that. And it's just like, you guys really have no, like, you guys just don't get it. But Dylan Roof was mental illness. The guy who shot up Uvalde was mental illness.
No, that was not mental illness. That was a straight racist.
The guy who killed Mr. Kirk hit mental illness. Not an animal. He's not an animal.
No, but he was an animal. Sorry, he was.
Well, I mean, but in the eyes of some of these people, he was an animal.
Mm-hmm.
He was sick. Mental health.
Right.
Drugs.
No. I don't see that with him. I see that with the gentleman that was on the train. I just think he was it. I mean, he didn't know what else to do. I mean, when you're asking for help and nobody wants to help you, what? And then your mind just starts going, and insanity. It happens. It can happen to you, me, somebody. Somebody could just like look at us the wrong way, and bam, we're doing something we may not want to do. Because why? We're always used to fighting, and sometimes, even the stronger become weak. And in his moment of weakness, he did something I don't think he was set out to do.
And believe you me, he's going to be away for a long time. See, people just think, oh, violent this, and they do that, and they don't attach the fact that 9 times out of 10, justice is involved when these blacks are violent. You think they just get away with just shooting up anything? You don't think the cops are on their ass?
Right.
This guy, his whole life is fucked. For the rest of his life, his name is going to be attached into some kind of system. His life is over, respectfully.
Yep. Because somebody's going to think like Trump thinks, I'm
not going to sit here and you know what I'm saying? Like, in this case, justice will be had for that young lady who died. I have no doubt about that.
I just hope justice comes to him too. Like what happened to people being able to plead insanity and get put in a hospital? Like,
well, T, whether it's a jail cell or it's like you just said, a mental facility, he's going to be in there for a long time.
Right. See, this is where I'm torn with that too. I don't think prison is always the answer. I don't.
I wish you could talk to some of these people, T.
I
wish you could talk to some of these people.
I understand if you went out willing, you have writings, you engrave bullets. Okay, yeah, you deserve to sit in a freaking cell, right? But somebody that clearly something just was off with him, period. Like, I think he was at wit's end, and he went and did something he will regret for the rest of his freaking life. But why didn't they help him when he called in the first place?
T, my only exception to that, and I hear exactly what you're saying, and I absolutely agree with what you're saying. The only exception I make is when it's, and I say this with all due respect, because I know in life we all go through our trials and tribulations, but the one exception I take to that is drugs. That's the only thing.
Okay, yes. Okay,
I think if you're drug induced, sometimes you do need to sit down for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, yes, if he was on drugs. I don't even think it was drugs, though.
I was just about to say that, T. Sometimes it's not that, it's an extreme case. It's when it's not drug related, that's when I'm like, okay, yeah, something is flipped, right?
Yeah.
Some people, yeah. Schizophrenia is real. Bipolar is real. BOPD is real.
It is. It is. I mean, I have PTSD. I understand, like, who's to say dude didn't have PTSD and snapped?
Yeah, so don't
People
take
with
me.
PTSD
Yeah.
will snap.
So don't take me, T, and saying that. Oh yeah, it's
Oh
just it
yeah,
has to
no,
be drugs. No, it's
no,
not even. Yeah, I know that they're.
no.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
I know
know,
what you're meaning.
I
I
know,
totally know what you're meaning.
I
I
know
totally know what you're meaning. Like,
more than I should know, T, about how the mind can really,
yeah,
go down a dark hole
right,
for some people.
right.
I know.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Drugs can take you down that dark path, and
But I was just saying, sometimes you're right. It's not drugs at all. Sometimes it is
yes,
truly an imbalance, a chemical imbalance somewhere. So
yeah. I mean, and not all drug addicts are doing it just because they're addicted and they want to be a low life. A lot of, some of them have mental health issues that were never treated too. Like I think there should be more all around. Like I feel like we're doing everybody a disservice by thinking, oh, well, they're just on drugs, so they may or may not be self-medicating or because they're afraid to go to the doctor, stuff like that, right? I get them help. What is so hard about, just like the homeless population, the ones that are on drugs? What's so hard about offering them help? I mean, why can't we give them a help up, not a handout? It's either sink or swim. If they don't want it, they don't want it. But at the same time, they don't need to be outside in public where kids can see them freely using drugs or freely doing this or that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think our whole society's gone to hell. I think.
in a nutshell, huh? In a nutshell.
I mean, it makes me crazy because I start thinking of, hey, Beast, because I can think of all sides,
Yeah.
and still be like, God, I can't go either way because it's a case by case scenario,
Yeah.
It really is. It really, but for them to just say, oh, it was drugs, or he's this evil black man. No, I think no. I truly don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. I don't think he was like Charlie Kirk's freaking murderer. I don't think he was anything like that person at all. I think he was crying out for help. I really do. I really believe that. And I don't think him sitting in a jail cell all his life is going to help him any or less than. I guess he'd be getting the death penalty. I see, and I can't we can't put people like that in debt if they're struggling from mental health, or we can't put people like that under.
I have my own thoughts on the death penalty. T. I personally don't believe in it, just because of the fact that too many innocent people ended up dying being on that penalty. Innocent people.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough for me. If the justice system is not perfect enough to prevent that from happening, I don't think we need that kind of thing in general. Right?
I agree.
I personally think that's the easy way out for some of these people. Mm-hmm. Sure, I guess knowing that you're gonna die in 20 years. However, I guess that can be, a hell of its own. But for me, life in a cage.
That's all you have to look forward to is reliving that day over and over and over until you die.
I don't want to get morbid on you, but death would look kind of be an interesting choice. If I had a choice between death and life in a cage. I
would want the easy way out. Just take me out.
I'm just saying. Oh my God! Remember that?
I'm the same way.
Remember that court case? Was it XXX's murders?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that judge, one of the coldest lines I've ever heard in my life. What that judge say?
He says these two will be getting out, where you'll be in a box for every day of your life, and when you leave prison, it will be in a box.
Come on now. Come on now. Like T, when I say I had goosebumps just hearing that.
Oh, I just gave myself goosebumps. I mean,
I had goosebumps hearing that from my phone. I couldn't imagine the man telling me that in my face.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
and he
kill me
smiled
now.
like it was nothing. And it's like, dude, are you serious?
Kill me now.
Right.
So I'm just living to literally die?
He thought the whole thing was a joke. So someone like him, you know, like I wouldn't give him the death penalty. I wouldn't do it because why? It's a way out. You know,
Right. That's my point. Life of the king.
It's a way out.
What better way of letting somebody know that, hey, you fucked up?
Mm-hmm.
What a better way to express that in the show that than to go, for the rest of your life, you will be in 23-hour lockdown.
Right.
Maybe when you get older, man.
By yourself in a box, you'll only see those 4 walls, and when you leave out this sucker, it'll be around another 4 walls.
Right. Max security prison. And maybe when you become an old man, 40s, 50s, maybe we'll put you in Gen Pop if you've been behaving on your 23-hour lockdown. Where
they're high profile like that, 9 times out of 10, they probably will never put them out.
Come on.
Just there's other ways to go around it. Around a lot of things. I can't sit there and say, oh yeah, well, everybody deserves the death penalty if they kill somebody. No, because they can't. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, how are you to know? Because a lot of evidence anymore is circumstantial, unless you have a cell phone and you were dumb enough to take that sucker with you, or you were dumb enough to Google. You know, okay, those things I can understand, right? But even if you're on the defendant's side and you're trying to, but Karen Reed, like she was accused and she was going up against all these other cops, and they wanted to say, hey, oh, well, you know, this Google search didn't happen because why? It goes against what we're trying to say. It goes against what we're trying to say is that she ran him over. That's when they get all these little experts for Cellbrite and all that other stuff. But other than that, the cops would normally do it. But because they had a point to prove that, you know, she was guilty, not anybody else. Hey, 3,000, you know, that's the issue. Like, there's just some things I agree with, some things I don't. Our world's fucked. And I said it. Our world is fucked. Where we're fighting each other rather than not seeing the people we're up against, which is the ones in office, the ones that we voted for, may or may not voted for, but still, you know, if you're a voter, we still got to deal with the president we get, whether our person won or not.
This is true.
And you can't believe everything you hear or everything you see, because sometimes your eyes will be telling you one thing and your ears will be telling you totally opposite.
Your lying eyes.
Don't believe your lying eyes. That's why they say that. Because if you tell them, oh yeah, the sky is red and it's really red, right? But they see it as blue and they're telling you, hey, don't believe your lying eyes, even though you really see what you're seeing. You're not supposed to believe those. No.
See, I appreciate you. I got work in the morning.
I know. I appreciate you too. Thank you for letting me blab. And
oh no,
I just wanted to. That's basically what I wanted to bring up. Is like we're fighting each other. We don't need to be fighting each other.
Yeah, I agree. That's a great closing statement. Honestly, you just said it the best way. I don't think there's a better way we could close that out. Stop fighting each other. Yeah.
Everybody, make sure that you subscribe to my little bro right here. I couldn't be doing this without him.
Woo.
It's Jordan Live Bangas, and he does do sports, football. He watches his games on live. We do drink streams. We will be doing a drink stream on his this Saturday. We will be
Friday.
Oh,
This
we're doing it Friday this time?
We're
Okay,
doing it Friday.
This Friday, we'll be doing it on his stream. So
I gotta go to a funeral this Sunday. Yeah,
yeah.
that's why. So I can't be hungover at a funeral. You know what I'm saying? I'll be drinking there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely this Friday we're gonna be doing. It's called the Blackout 2. Okay, this is gonna be the Blackout 2. This is the second edition of it. Literally, it's bring your own bottle. Okay, so listen, we call it a blackout because
we'll all be drinking.
We'll all be drinking. And we might black out. We might black out.
Oh shit!
So please feel free. Also, Pretty Eyes T is going to be streaming it as well. So it's going to be a party. It's going to be an absolute party, and
it is. It was fun the last time. I laughed so much. It was great.
I cried.
Yeah. My twin said that we were the real liquor sector.
Hey.
not that generic liquor sector over there, but yeah. So if you have the balls, come drink with us. How about that?
You'll be said I'll bring my purified water with a lemon slice.
Let's go. Hey. You can drink that with us too.
That'll work. That'll work. I mean, you can bring a Sprite too, maybe a little bubbly.
Yeah.
Sparkling water.
We don't discriminate, it doesn't really have to be alcoholic, but
a clearly Canadian. Clearly
Canadian
is stronger than a beer.
Hey, nope.
I'm just saying, a clearly Canadian is stronger than
a beer. It says clear American on it. I'm drinking clear American water.
You drinking the American knockoff.
Yep.
See, I appreciate you. You my sister for another mister. I call you sister for a reason, and I appreciate you. I really do believe you have a goal in mind for 2025 for your channel, and I think you are well on your way to achieving that. So, salute to you.
Hopefully, one day they'll like me. They'll really, really like me.
Yes. T, listen, y'all. T gives me credit, but I have to give her credit. This was her idea. This was her idea. So, this is her vision. This is her manifestation of a vision. This show here. So, give the credit where it's due. Please salute to your host, Pretty Eyes T. Yes,
Thank you.
Of course. I
couldn't do it without you. You already know because you're my little bro. And where you could be a journalist for real. You can ask the questions that my mind's racing in 20 million different directions and maybe think of it, but can't think of it at the time. Like you ask the questions I wish I was thinking of at the time.
See, honestly, some people be like, Jordan, why do you think that way? You're so old school thinking. I still want to be on the radio, to be honest with you. I've always visioned myself as that radio guy. I feel like I don't have a face for TV. I feel like I have the voice for radio though. And that's always been a goal.
What do I do if I don't have the face or the voice for?
See, don't do that. We're not going to do self-depreciation today, okay? All right.
No, what do we do though? Yeah, hey, I'll be in movies. Just kidding. Okay.
Okay now. All right now, T.
All right. But yes, he should have a podcast of his own. That's for sure. Like screw radio anymore. Podcasts are the way to go. Put you on Spotify, put you on Apple, put you everywhere because you will take off like hotcakes. You really will.
Well, I will. I'm gonna look into that too. I think it was DistroKid or something like that. That helps you get your stuff out. So I'm gonna look into that. I appreciate that. I do.
All right, and we're gonna end this for now, but I appreciate you again. I appreciate everybody that hit the like, shared the live, all that good stuff. Be here Sunday, but be at Jordan's on Friday. Friday, we're gonna turn up. So yes, I can't wait for that. Anyways, all right, everybody. After this is over, please hype me up because that gets me better out there in the algorithm. So do that for me. I appreciate everybody that came by, and bye.
Peace.